Day 58, life according to YoBo. We're just continuing on this journey. Let me tell you something about the journey. The journey to a life with no mess, no stress, and no BS. The main people who need to hear these messages, they ain't listening. There are some people, I know their lives are jacked up. How do I know? Because they're constantly calling me, emailing me, texting me. So let me tell you what I do. I take these videos, pausing my music. I upload them to YouTube, and then I can email them. And I already have a set list. I send them to about 12 people. I'm talking about people with jacked up life. BS on top of BS on top of BS. I'll call them from time to time. I said, hey, did you get the emails from me? Oh, yes, I got them. I'm going to listen to them. I just been a little busy. But my point is, maybe they have been busy. Maybe they have other things to do besides listening to Life According to YoBo. But what I'm doing here, I'm giving people tools to fix their life. See, some people talk a whole lot of talk. They say they want things to change in their life. Uh-oh, that's tomorrow's message. I don't want to get into that. Your situation won't change until you change. Maybe I should save this talk for tomorrow and just focus on today. I think I'll do that. So come back. I'm going to pick up right where I'm leaving off right now. And I'm going to pick up on day 59. But day 58, this is something else people need to do, especially black peoples, especially my people. Well, maybe not especially black people. You know, that's all I know because I just been around black people and church people, so I have to relate everything to them. But I would tell you one thing that I know for sure. My peoples, this is what they need to do. It might be your people too. Prepare for your death now. N-O-W, now. I'm not talking about, I'm reading from the book now. I'm not talking about having a little talk with Jesus. I mean having a little talk with your family and the insurance man, okay? Talk to them about your final days. I know people who really don't know. What type of funeral does your mother want or your father want? Well, we don't talk about that kind of stuff. Honey, I knew what my mama wanted, down to the last detail. In fact, 2 months after my mother died, I found a letter she had written to me. It was her obituary. It was everything she wanted done at her funeral. Do y'all know? I had followed everything Mama said, all of her wishes. I had followed because she would tell us over and over what she wanted. Number one, she said, don't come up in there crying. Don't come up in there falling out. Somebody act a fool up in here. I'm going to sit up in this casket. I'm going to slap you. So we already knew that. Mama said, you come in there rejoicing and you go out rejoicing. She would say, I haven't seen my mother since I was 6 years old. And when I leave here, I get to see my mother again. You know, Mama believed in the afterlife. Some of y'all don't believe in the afterlife. But for those who do, even if there is no afterlife, you know what? It gave her hope. So she knew, I'm going to see my mother again face to face. So I knew exactly what she wanted because Mama told us what she wanted. Okay, let me get back to the message. Tell them how you want to be buried. And if you haven't told them, do they know what to do? And just in case anybody's wondered, I want to be buried in Geneva, Texas, in the New Zion Cemetery. Put me down there with my peoples, okay? We got the slave cemetery, and I've got former slaves going in 4 different directions. My dad's grandparents on both sides, both of whom were slaves. My mother's great-grandparents on both sides, both of whom were slaves. Honey child, that's where I want to be. Don't send me no flower. Don't send a flower. Don't send a plant. Don't send none of that. If you just want to spend some money, send the money to my students in Africa. You can send the money to the World Mission Board. Google them. And I want the money to go to the scholarship program in Liberia. In the alternative, you can make a donation to New Zion Cemetery. You see what I'm doing? I'm letting everybody know what I want done. If I'm cremated, y'all put my ashes down there. Take a shovel, dig a little hole, put me down there with my peoples. So, have you decided how you want to be buried, or are you going to leave that to somebody else to make the decision? If the former, have you taken steps to ensure that your wishes are followed? That is, if you know what you want to do, have you taken the steps to do that? Or if you're leaving somebody in charge of following your wishes, are they even capable of making a decision? I know of a case where the parents died and the siblings Two of the siblings swindled the rest of them out of the estate. How you going to sell your mom and daddy's house and you keep all the money and don't give your siblings anything? I know of cases where there's been one child who just took everything. I don't know if they forged the mom and daddy's name. I couldn't even sleep with myself if I knew I stole something from my siblings. But then again, y'all know I'm just wired differently. Everybody ain't wired like me. That's why I know if I got crazy people in my family, I know not to let them make my final decisions. I'm going to tell you of another situation I know of, and that's where somebody's going to get shot or somebody's going to get cut when their daddy take their last breath. I already know. I'm going to the funeral to pay my last respects. I'm not even going to sit up there. I ain't going to say with the family because I don't want y'all to think I'm talking about family. But honey, I'm going to be sitting at the back door when some HELL break out, and it's going to break out. Baby, I'm going to be the first one running out the back door. I'm not going to the house. I'm not taking no chicken. I'm not taking no food. I ain't going nowhere but to the funeral only because I have to. But honey, child, after that, I'm up out of there. I'm not even going to the repast. It's going to be a fight. I'm telling you right now. Honey, and a fight's going to be the best thing. I hope nobody gets killed. So if you know that your children or your relatives or your next of kin, if you know that they're argumentative, you know they can't live by Rodney King 1 and 1, can't we all just get along? Then you need to handle your affairs right now. Remember what I said, prepare for your death. When? Now. You need to handle your affairs right now, just so your family won't be having back-to-back funerals. I'm telling you, people are crazy. All I know is my people's and my child. Ooh, fighting over some money. It ain't even that much money. Last but not least, if you know someone with a closet full of shoes, every fingernail colored in polish and glitter and rhinestones, big old watermelon head full of weave, but they don't have any money for a burial policy, don't be selling hot dogs and washing cars to pay for their funeral expenses. If they don't give a darn, why should you? Y'all know I didn't want to say darn, but my cousin Shirley, she saved for real. And she watches these videos and she sends them to her church people. And sometimes she'll say, ooh, I couldn't forward that one because your language was a little raw. And then other times she'll surprise me. She said, well, cousin, I know you said the such and such word, but that message was too good not to share. But the bottom line is, if people don't give a fart about how they're going to be buried, that ain't your problem. Life According to YoBo. Get your book at YoBoProductions.com. Get it at Amazon.com. Meet me here every day. We're going to be here spreading this word. Because, honey, we getting rid of mess, stress, and BS. Handle your business so you don't have major BS in your family. Especially if you got crazy folk that's going to fight over $1. All right, there's one in every family. All right, see you later. Enjoy your life according to YoBo. The what? Best life. See you tomorrow.